Saporista are proud sponsors of the WonderBird Show. Treat yourself to the wonderful taste of the Mediterranean, supplied by local artisans.
Hi. Where's Dee? I don't know. Where is she?
I'm trying to come in. I'm trying to come in. I'm trying.
No, she's not having a funny.
I'm trying to come in. Oh, here we are. I've just manifested through this wonderful candle. Thank you, Alex, for sending. It's a manifestation candle. Thank you, Alex, for sending it. Did you all get one?
Yes. And it's chai tea. Fantastic.
It
Our
is.
favourite.
Chai tea.
It's wonderful. The thing is that mine didn't work because I was trying to manifest you out of here and you've manifested yourself in.
Back.
Oh dear. Here we go.
Back.
And it's only Friday afternoon.
And we've just started. So what's been happening, girls? Anything interesting in the last few days? Oh, we won the football.
No.
Football.
No.
Football.
The footy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish everybody
Anything
would
else?
stop breaking it up though, because stop pushing pressure on them.
I know. For
It's
Sunday.
a football game. They won
Yeah,
this one. They've got to go to Sunday, and I hate all this hype.
I know,
I
Johnny,
know,
because they
horrible.
listen to us, so it's very important. They will be listening to us. As Sherry said, we mustn't put pressure on them
Yeah,
because
but
they'll
the
be
thing is,
tuning in.
What I found quite frightening,
right.
and I'm sure your girls did too, a lot of the commentators were saying, never in our lifetime have we had this. And I thought, they said, you know, when we were at 1966, and I thought, I remember 1966. You know? Makes you suddenly, you know, your age suddenly catches up with you.
Yeah,
It?
19, and we haven't won it since, so the pressure will be. But Italy also is an amazing team, so we've just got to calm it down a bit.
Yeah,
So people
yeah,
don't get
absolutely
too
right.
despondent and depressed. You've got to just go. It's a football game. It will be fabulous if they win, but let's just calm it down.
As long
Yes,
as they
exactly.
play well, like Denmark played really well. You know what I mean? It's all about how well they play, isn't it?
What about that penalty? But
I know.
on the bad side,
On the
of all of
rebound.
this
Yes, go on.
is I hated all the booing of all the
Yes.
you know when they sang their national anthem, and also what was that green laser?
It's disgusting.
What was that?
That was
And,
terrible.
You know,
That was
I think
awful.
they could have lost their. You know, it could have been taken from them for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think the fans have got to know that they can't do that. That's
Mm.
why would you do that? Why?
I
Because
think
there's
people
right
get
in
so
his
out of
eye as
control
well.
and the passion is so huge and there's no other vent for anything.
Yeah.
And it's completely wrong and it is insane and they shouldn't do it. But it's
Terrible.
football is always crazy like that. It's
Always. The fans
Well, no,
just go
I don't
over the
remember it. You
top.
see, as a child, you know, when the 1966 World Cup was, when we were all toddlers, of course. I don't, you know, it was not like that years ago. Football was a game that people went, but it never had, like it does now. It's never had this.
Oh, I think
anger
they
and
did.
aggression.
I think they did. That's
When people used to play, they didn't earn that kind of money then. It was just the game that
It was
everybody
for the
loved.
game.
Now it's how much money. You know, one player has just been sold for 75 million. You know, so
Well, these kids are so young; they don't know what to do with the money.
no, and it's
We could help
controlled,
them.
I think, but
could help them a lot. I think they
We
should
could
come to
actually.
us.
Should we write to them and ask them?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
can we just
say,
quickly mention the tennis? Roger Federer he's lost this time. I think it was. I've got a feeling it was 3 straight sets, but that's quite. I felt that was an end of an era when he said that. I thought, that's the end of the era I knew anyway. You know, the Federer era.
My favourite era has got to be the McEnroe Borg stuff, which was.
Of course.
It was. You remember those incredible volleys that
Electric.
went on for hours?
Yes.
Hours.
You must be kidding me. You must be joking. You know all that.
It was electric, wasn't it?
It was. And Borg's face. He was so serious all the time.
Steely.
Yeah.
You had the fire and the ice, didn't you? It was
Yeah.
electric tennis. It really was.
McEnroe said, "You can't be serious," didn't he?
He used to say that. Anyway,
Yeah.
we can be serious now because actually we are going to be quite serious because we have a very inspirational and unusual guest for this show. Her name is Asal Shirazi, and in 2005 she was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that they said could kill her. She had 3 children and she was abandoned by her husband. And what did she do? well, she decided to turn her life around, and all these years later, she's still here. And she's one of the most inspirational women I have ever met in my life. Please welcome on our show, and we're honored to have her, is Asal Shirazi. Hi, Asal.
Hi, darling.
Hello. Hi there.
Hi.
Welcome to our nest.
Welcome to WonderBirds, Asal. I was just telling our viewers how you're one of the most inspirational women I have ever spoken to in my life, apart from the fact that you're a dog owner and a dog lover as well as we are, but you've now got 5 children and 5 dogs.
Matching.
Asal, tell us, how on earth, after you were diagnosed with this autoimmune disease and, you were left with your kids and you had nothing, how on earth did you turn your life around? What on earth happened to you?
Well, first of all, thanks very much for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
Secondly, the answer to your question is I met a very nice consultant specialist. He was a rheumatologist and a specialist in scleroderma and multiple sclerosis. So what I have is basically multiple sclerosis, but it's systemic sclerosis. So it affects everything, heart, lungs, kidney, everything. The chap said to me, he sat me down, held my hand and said, I'm sorry to say, but if the medication and the immunosuppressants don't work on you, you'll only have about 6 months to live, 4 to 6 months.
Oh, God.
And, he said, don't let it rule your life. You rule it. Take control of your life.
Wow.
I had a cousin with me at the time who was there to support me. She fell about crying as soon as she heard this. And my first question to the consultant was, well, where's the nearest steak and rib place? Because I've been dieting and being healthy all my life. And now you're telling me I'm going to not make it possibly. So forget the diet. I'm going to stuff my face.
Quite right.
That's amazing.
Well, my cousin was completely beside herself. She needed to be taken out and sedated while I was looking at the nearest steak joints.
What to create the products that you created? I know you said that you were in chemo and you were talking to other cancer sufferers. What was the light bulb moment when you realized that you could make a difference, and who did you go to start this extraordinary process?
When I was first diagnosed, I was making, because I became very sensitive, one of the things autoimmune diseases do, in particular this kind of condition, it manifests itself in your skin. So the skin becomes very hard, very dry, not very flexible. And I couldn't use anything over the counter. I would react to everything. And because of my past medical background and working at a pharmaceutical company, I started making stuff at home in the kitchen for myself. I love reading and I'm more of an academic than anything else scientifically. And at that time, I had 3 children, 3 girls. And I thought, well, hang on, they're going to grow up and they're going to be presumably putting lots of makeup, skincare, this and the other. So I got them into using natural stuff, and I sourced everything from all over the world.
How did you know what to use though? Where did you go to find out what would be right for you and for this problem?
Because I'd also qualified as an aromatherapist and a skincare practitioner, studied it, so I was qualified. And I just did a lot of investigation. For my disease, I go into hospital and I realized, just sitting there for a week at a time, connected to 24-hour chemo with other patients, that actually autoimmune conditions manifest themselves in your skin at a very early stage. And a lot of people, cancer sufferers, those are on various treatments, they all complain about reacting to skincare, dry skin, scaly skin. So I thought, hang on. So I started making samples for the people that I was in hospital with, and it worked, and they loved it. So I thought, oh, okay, and I'm just giving it away. And then I thought, wait a second, and more research research actually showed that the incidence of autoimmunity and skin conditions yearly is on the rise. And I'm not saying other skincare are bad. They're not, each to their own, but your skin is your largest living organ, okay? And the only thing that's protecting you from the outside. And you really care about, most people care about what they put in their mouth, yet they slap anything on, depending on what's written on the bottle. Your skin is perforated, it's permeable, so 60% of what you put on your skin gets absorbed into your bloodstream. And if you are susceptible, genetically or otherwise, who knows? On average, say a woman would put 560 different ingredients on her skin. I would say my bottle is safe, the ingredients in that is safe, but can you guarantee that when you put another bottle of something else,
Yeah,
chemicals are not going to interact?
it's funny, you know, can I just say that my
Yeah.
grandma, my great-grandma lived to 99 and my grandma lived to 98 and my mum lived to 90. Now, my grandma's skin was just, she didn't have a wrinkle at 98. She was amazing. And she, I have to say, she only ever used something like Nivea or something very, you know, very simplistic. And she always said to me, stop piling that stuff on your face. So do you believe that women age prematurely by the stuff, the creams they put on their face and the endless different kinds of creams and makeup that we all pile it on, cement after cement after cement? And so do you believe that we do that and it's unfortunate that it causes premature aging?
I don't like to make a comment without having done my research and scientific evidence. But yes, there is scientific evidence that, well, actually, because the business would fall apart. If the skincare actually made you younger,
Yes,
allegedly, so you'd stop using it. But what I created is to enhance your skin's function, to optimize its protective function. So it's food, it's skin food, it's got antioxidants, and I use only plant-based things because plants are actually quite powerful. In the Amazon, the people don't know night cream, day cream, anti-aging or anything.
yeah.
So I studied quite a lot of tribes, and so I base everything on it being a nutritious product to protect you from piling on other things on.
So why do we get wrinkles, for instance?
You get wrinkles because from the age of 18 onwards, depending on your genetic constitution, your body stops making collagen about 1% less every year. So collagen is the cement of your body. It keeps everything up. So when you are making less collagen and the proteins you actually, amino acids you need to replace this collagen, your body doesn't synthesize. It's got to be taken externally. That's why
So that's this?
Yes, that's why I formulate a collagen powder where you just take a scoop daily, and it's all made from natural stuff and marine collagen. So what happens, you're replacing these building blocks in your body, which otherwise you wouldn't be able to make. And it, first of all, it works internally initially. So a lot of people think when they take something, it's a miracle. They take a couple of scoops and whoop, they're younger. But no, it actually,
I wish. Yeah.
it helps to get rid of all your pains and aches. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I would wake up, I would be stiff.
Back, yeah.
Hurt your back, yeah. But this actually stops that and helps you rejuvenate and rebuild all. It's like a scaffolding. It holds you up.
Right. So
Well,
we
I have to
we
say-
can't stop all this, though, can we? We can't stop this sagging.
You say that. I've been working in a partnership with a professor of plastic surgery, Professor Mustafi, and various other top consultants and surgeons. And for the first time in the UK, we've managed to create stem cell activating skincare. So I formulated it. It's about to be launched before long. So what this does, they're plant-based. They're cultured in a lab, the plant extracts. You put it on your skin, it penetrates into your skin and wakes up your collagen-making cells that have stayed dormant.
Ooh,
So
that sounds exciting.
yeah, so these are plant-based, but the next stage for us is to use human cells. So we can, even at the moment, use your own cells, your own stem cells, which you do have, to extract them, culture them, put them in a skincare, and yeah, you will feel a lot younger. And
You don't mean injecting them back in, do you? You mean putting them in
there's two types. One, you can rub it on your skin and it penetrates, but the other type, which is a lot more expensive, and actually some people already do it, you can have an infusion of 50 million stem cells and you will feel a lot younger, and it will reverse a lot of the autoimmune.
So would we look 30 again? That's what we need to know.
Allegedly.
Send it to my
Allegedly. Well, that is the aim, because we started working on this autoimmunity and to reverse some of the damage that it's done. And it appears with stem cells, the research has shown that actually it does reverse a lot of the autoimmune disease.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Asal, I am not surprised that you have won a British Empire Awards. I mean, tell us about that, because that's really impressive.
With the skincare, I'm very patriotic. So I entered the skincare into lots of competitions and took them across the world. They won all the innovation awards across Europe, Far East, Eastern Europe. And I don't profit from it. What I do, the profit goes into a local incentive that I've started, a non-profit company, where I advise people, charitable work, and I try to make them understand and aware of what their condition is, rather than be scared and be depressed, because depression actually is a killer. Is mental health is massive.
Yes, agree.
To work around it and not let the condition dominate them and let them rule the condition.
Yeah.
So locally, I help also online. I give a lot of free advice, medical advice. So lots of other things. There's a humanitarian work, and the products and the brand was mentioned in the Queen's Awards because of the humanitarian aspect of it.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Well, actually, I'm really impressed with all the products, and I'm fascinated by the candle, because I've never seen anything like that before. So you light the candle and then you let it go for a little while, and then the oil you put on your skin. Is that right? How does it work?
Yes. Well, I suffer from eczema.
Me too.
All my kids actually have got some sort of autoimmune issues.
Yeah.
Your skin is perforated, it's permeable. Psoriasis and eczema, for example, this is 100% natural, okay? And the scent of it is essential oils. There's nothing artificial.
Fabulous.
The important thing about eczema and psoriasis and very dry skin is to cover it so that it's protected from the environment. But at the same time, what is covering it should allow it to feed lots of nutritious vitamins, antioxidants. And that's what is in that candle. So it burn you once you've blown out the the fire,
Yeah.
the flame, you can pour it on your hand and you will see, if you take another candle, because of the paraffin content, it will burn. This doesn't, and all you need is a very small amount.
Wow.
It does make a difference. And I made this about 10 years ago, and it was in the papers, but everyone ignored it because we didn't have the same education, the understanding that we have.
Yes. And it's such an unusual concept, and people, you know, aren't brave enough sometimes. I know I'm not, to try new things, but this is so innovative and fabulous. And when you said oil and it's pure, and also I've got to tell you, it's that the perfume, and I mean, I'm very hard to please on perfume, but I am now a convert.
Perfume is gorgeous. Asal, where can we get these products from? Where can we get them from?
The perfume actually, I created that because having 4 daughters, since I've been sick, the doctors told me I couldn't have any kids, but I did. That is quite exclusive, and it will be launched as well quite soon. But I created the perfume for myself, again, because of my allergies, and I did all the mixing myself, and they're all flowers and all botanical stuff. And there's a website which you can go, jeunvie.co.uk.
Great.
The products are there, but some of them are quite exclusive and they haven't been launched yet.
So we've got exclusivity on the WonderBird show.
Yay! I think so. Definitely.
Fantastic.
Honestly, I think, you know, today has been so inspirational, but all of the products that we've got here, because you've sent them all to us, the toner is fabulous. I'm really quite hard to please when it comes to makeup, but after having a chat with you about what you put in your skin, I've really changed my whole attitude about makeup.
So. I mean, you use these products, use other products with them, but please make sure your skin is fed the best.
Right.
Yes.
Put the best, because I use it and I get my kids to use it. So it's a legacy I've left for them. And even the perfume, I use that. So my kids know what my smell is. Join Elvis and Prince and all of them lot.
What is the balm for? What do we use the balm for?
The balm.
The balm.
That is the candle, but it's a cold version of it.
Oh.
Yes, and with the candle and the balm, for example, the balm, if you had a lot of kids or adults, they get eczema scarring.
Yeah, my grandson has
burn scarring. If you use this, you can use it as many times as you want. In fact, you can put it on your toast and eat it. It's all natural.
Fabulous.
There's no chemicals, there's no perfume.
Wow.
Fade your eczema scars and other blemishes.
Wonderful.
Right.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to put your website on our website, and we'll have a little blurb bit in on the show blurb as well. But I would like to thank you from all of us for being so inspirational. Your story is incredible.
You so much.
Amazing.
And you've been a wonderful guest, and I will carry on. I mean, I love the moisturizer. I love everything. And I have been a La Prairie girl up until today. These girls know that. And I love them. I love everything. So thank you for sharing this with us.
And please feed your skin.
Thank you.
We will.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you
very much. So much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
darling. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Wow.
Beautiful and wonderful. And what that doctor said to her was so extraordinary as well, about you're going to run this, it's not going to run you. And wasn't she hysterical when she said she was going for steak and chips? That was
I know.
Made me hungry. It made me hungry.
Woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just suddenly thought, but all of this stuff is vegan.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which of course it would
fabulous stuff.
You know something else? We might have mentioned this before. I always wear my same perfume, my Giorgio, which Harriet bought me for my birthday. Thank you, darling. Because every other perfume that I've ever tried gives me a headache. Well, this doesn't give me a headache.
Oh
no,
it's natural. You see.
Yeah. It's a real discovery, I think.
So, Sherry, you're going to try it on your grandson?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Oliver and see if it helps. I mean, he's not
Lovely.
as bad as he was now, you know. He was worse when he was
Yes.
younger, but I will give it to him, yeah.
Yeah.
I stored my grandson's stem cells. I actually got that done with my daughter when she had them. They take part of the placenta and store it. So if there's any illness, then they can do that. They've got the DNA of the kids. They're
Really?
protected for
Is
life.
it kept in a lab or is it kept in your cupboard, darling?
It's not like ashes, darling, when you're scattering ashes. It's not actually on the mantelpiece.
Is it not? Okay, just checking. Yeah.
But it's in the lab. But it's really worth doing, I think.
Wow.
Well, anyway, so we are back tomorrow with Richard.
Yes.
We're a full complement. We haven't been a full complement for ages, have we?
No, we haven't.
It's been
The
weird.
originals.
Yes, the original WonderBirds with our Wonder Bloke. So
Lovely.
yes.
Can't
So
wait.
we'll
See
see
you
you all
then.
tomorrow, and thank you for joining us. Have a lovely
Thank
day.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Saporista are proud sponsors of the WonderBird Show. Treat yourself to the wonderful taste of the Mediterranean, supplied by local artisans,